Good evening, Belize, and welcome to XTV's news broadcast for Wednesday, July 3, 2024. Making the headlines tonight, Tropical Storm Watch remains in effect for Belize City to northern border. Fishermen seek refuge inland from Beryl, and Kumpul met young man accused of shooting at his house. We take our first break and return with the news in detail.
The hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? Get the essentials you need to stay safe this hurricane season, such as plywood, tarp and rope, first aid kit, rubber boots, raincoats and rain ponchos, generator, portable radio and batteries, flashlight and kerosene lanterns. Weather the storm with these products and more from Benny's. Quality and savings.
Upcoming enhancements to My Social Security. The new healthcare provider feature seamlessly connects healthcare providers, insured persons, and employers to facilitate the payment of sickness benefits. Here are the enhancements. Registered healthcare providers will create and submit online medical certificates using their healthcare provider accounts. Insured persons will receive a link to view the medical certificate to complete and submit their sickness benefit claim. And employers will receive an email notification of their employee's sickness claim. Also, the insured person and their employer will receive a copy of the claim decision letter after review. Healthcare providers, insured persons, and employers are encouraged to create a portal account to access and benefit from these new services on My Social Security at ssbportal.org.bz. My Social Security online portal. Social Security at your fingertips.
Your personal online banking experience is about to get even better. Introducing the new Personal Atlantic Online, reimagined and redesigned. But that's not all. Something great is coming your way. Bank your way with any of our digital channels and save time for what matters most.
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize!
Hey there, smart thinkers. We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speed flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning-fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a lone ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered-up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't leave this plan. I can't leave this plan.
Brothers Abet is celebrating Super Handy Dads for the entire month of June with super handy deals that just can't be beaten. Give that super handy dad the perfect gift from our super selection like 15% off all power tools and hand tools store-wide, 15% off track car batteries, 20% off Eureka Vats, 20% off Decon Matte Emulsion, and 25% off Valspar and Dutch Boy paints. Plus, for every $50 you spend, get a chance to win $500 worth of tools for 3 super special dads. So give Dad his best Father's Day gift yet from Brothers Abet. Come in or reach out to us today. Brothers Abet wishes all super handy dads a super happy Father's Day.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribed areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
The hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? Get the essentials you need to stay safe this hurricane season, such as plywood, tarp and rope, first aid kit, rubber boots, raincoats and rain ponchos, generator, portable radio and batteries, flashlight and kerosene lanterns. Weather the storm with these products and more from Benny's. Quality and savings.
Upcoming enhancements to My Social Security. The new healthcare provider feature seamlessly connects healthcare providers, insured persons, and employers to facilitate the payment of sickness benefits. Here are the enhancements. Registered healthcare providers will create and submit online medical certificates using their healthcare provider accounts. Insured persons will receive a link to view the medical certificate to complete and submit their sickness benefit claim. And employers will receive an email notification of their employee's sickness claim. Also, the insured person and their employer will receive a copy of the claim decision letter after review. Healthcare providers, insured persons, and employers are encouraged to create a portal account to access and benefit from these new services on My Social Security at ssbportal.org.bz. My Social Security online portal. Social Security at your fingertips.
Your personal online banking experience is about to get even better. Introducing the new Personal Atlantic Online. Reimagine and redesign. But that's not all. Something great is coming your way. Bank your way with any of our digital channels and save time for what matters most.
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize.
Hey there, smart thinkers. We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speed flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning-fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a lone ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered-up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't let this plan. I can't let this plan.
Welcome back. With your news, I am Marisol, Amaya. A Category 4 Hurricane Beryl lashed the southern coast of Jamaica earlier this afternoon with strong winds of 140 miles per hour and a life-threatening storm surge of 6 to 9 feet above normal tide levels. Prior to that, in the Windward Islands, it left 7 people dead, and in Venezuela, it caused flooding and also left damages. Kalila Enriquez Reynolds, who is in Mandeville, Jamaica, wrote about an hour ago, quote, "So far, everything is holding up for us in Mandeville. The wind and rain have been pounding for the past 3 to 4 hours. We lost power at about 1 p.m., but our home is holding up well. Mandeville is up in the hills, so we're probably faring better than Kingston and other places along the coast, but I can already tell the overall damage to the island is going to be massive. Giving thanks that my family and I are safe. Thanks for all the well wishes," end quote. Belize's National Emergency Management Organization provided another update for the country of Belize at 3:30 this afternoon, while a tropical storm watch remains in place for Belize City upwards to the northern border. Here is Chief Meteorologist Ronald Gordon.
As of 3 local time this afternoon, Beryl was centered near latitude 17.5 degrees north, 77.6 degrees west. And that puts the hurricane about just over 700 miles due east of Belize City. Beryl is moving to the west-northwest at 20 miles per hour with maximum sustained winds of 140 miles per hour. The track is for Beryl to continue on a west-northwesterly track for the remainder of the day and take a turn more towards the west later tonight or tomorrow, Thursday. On that forecast track, Beryl is expected to move south of the Cayman Islands tomorrow, still as a major hurricane, and then weaken slightly as it moves more into the northwestern Caribbean Sea, and eventually making landfall on the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico as either a strong Category 1 or weak Category 2 hurricane. Not much has changed since this morning in terms of the track forecast. It remains still relatively the same place as it was. We remain under a tropical storm watch from Belize City northward to the border with Mexico, including the islands of San Pedro and Kikaker. And again, reminding residents in those areas that a tropical storm watch means that tropical storm conditions are possible within the watch area, in this case, within the next 36 hours or so. The radius of tropical storm force winds, since that is what we're looking at here, extend on the southern quadrant or the southern semicircle of the storm, extend out to about 80 miles. And if you look at the map between the projected location of landfall and the border with Mexico, that's a little bit over, I would say, 100 miles. Therefore, we are looking at the possibility, like I said, there's a small chance that the extreme northern parts of the areas under watch would experience tropical storm force winds if the system takes the most probable path and moves within the center of the cone. There is always that small chance that it moves on the southern edge of the cone, which would necessitate, of course, us upgrading this thing to a warning, a tropical storm warning, or even a hurricane warning. That is a very small chance. We, of course, keep monitoring for that particular reason. We look at any slight jog to the west, any shift in terms of the track, and we make that determination. But we are not there yet. We are still monitoring it, and we do have the watch in place to alert residents in this particular area that there is the possibility that they may experience tropical storm conditions, like I said, late Thursday into Friday morning. Now, apart from the winds of a tropical storm, which is between 39 miles per hour and 73 miles per hour, there are other hazards associated with the system, which includes heavy rainfall, and the rainfall projections now are at for 4 to 6 inches of rainfall as the system crosses, with locally higher values.
The last flight from Tropic Air out of San Pedro was today. In the case of San Pedro Belize Express Water Taxi, the last vessel left San Pedro at 3 this afternoon. Service will not resume until the all-clear is given. Reports are that upwards of 3,000 people evacuated from San Pedro. In other related news, Belize Water Service Limited is advising customers in the areas expected to be impacted to fill their storage tanks and containers, as they may need to turn off the service in the affected areas. Prime Minister John Bersenio, who returned to the country today from Panama, where he attended the presidential inauguration on July 1st, urged those in the alert area to be prepared.
Residents in the north should prepare for flooding, especially those in low-lying, flood-prone areas. Strong winds may cause some structural damage to homes and could also result in losses in the agricultural sector. Since we face potential damaging impacts from this storm, it is crucial for everyone to be prepared. Please look after your family and friends by ensuring that all necessary precautions are taken for the safety of your loved ones. As you have seen, NEMO, the Met Office, and our national and district committees have all put their operations in place and are now operating in a state of heightened readiness. We thank the public officers, uniformed forces, and volunteers for their continued elevated level of preparedness and professionalism. They need your cooperation and understanding as they go about their duties. These officials are carefully preparing us. As we always say, NEMO and the Met Office should be our only sources of official information. Do not listen to rumors or social media posts that are not from official sources. Hurricane Beryl is just the beginning of what is expected to be a highly active hurricane season. We may have to go through this again in the coming months, so it is essential that we remain informed and prepared. Together, and by the grace of our Creator, we will get through this.
In other news, Commissioner of Police Chester Williams met with 21-year-old Trevane Thomas, accused of being among the 4 persons who went to the commissioner's house and fired shots inside. That is, while his son was inside. There is a report that a man who identifies himself as a former special constable was the one who supplied the weapons for the shooting.
I did met and spoke with a young man, not for an hour.
But you held him against a committal warrant for prison?
He had a committal warrant, and he went to prison on Monday. The committal warrant was issued on on last week, Friday. Because of the time the warrant was obtained, he could not have gone to prison until Monday. So that is not unusual. That happens every day at police stations, where people with committal warrants remain at the police station until the next day to be taken to the central prison. The next day would have been a weekend. We don't take prisoners at prison on weekends. It is normally during the week. So it is not unusual. Again, you allow yourself
But he was a
to
real
be,
friend.
hold on, you allow yourself to be fed with a bunch of foolishness, and everything that is put at your throat, you swallow. You have to learn to tell people at times who feed you nonsense to stop. Because they'll put you in trouble, you know. They'll put you in trouble.
That's why I'm here asking you. So, sir, but you spoke to him in your office.
Yes, I did.
And what did you learn?
I'm not going to divulge that.
Are you concerned that, you know, it's not an isolated event, that there are people out there with an agenda? What's your greatest concern for your personal and family security?
Like I said before, as the Commissioner of Police, I have a mandate to the Belizean people. I'm not going to be intimidated by nobody. Those persons who are responsible for what happened at my house, they are being pursued by the police, and whatever needs to be done is going to be done in accordance with the law. I operate based on rules. I cannot operate like a criminal. And the laws are there to make sure that those persons are held to account, and we will use the law to do so.
Among the 4 murders that happened this past weekend, there was the shooting death of Anthony Smith, who was targeted while he was in front of a restaurant in Santa Elena Sunday night. He is suspected to have been involved in the shooting death of street figure David Galindo on June 1st. Commissioner of Police Chester Williams spoke about the spiraling gang violence in that area.
Well, there are certain things that we want to get done. It is going to take a little time. I have met with the people of San Ignacio, Santa Elena, have explained to them what we're doing, and that process is underway. We're still hoping that the police station for Santa Elena is going to be completed within a 1-month time frame that we had given the public, and we'll be able to house that police station with police officers. We already got a new vehicle that should be deployed to the area by Monday for the officers to be able to carry out their responsibilities. In the meantime, we have GI3 in the area. They're doing the gang investigations, and you know that the gang investigations are not an overnight investigation. These are investigations that takes at least 3 to 6 months to be able to gather all the information to convince a court beyond a reasonable doubt that these people are gang members. In the time being, the police officers from SPU and the San Ignacio operation teams are conducting daily operations. We're detaining people for 48 hours. After 48, we have to let them go. We cannot keep them beyond 48 hours. So they are going to look for that opportunity again to do what they need to do, but we have to make sure that we do our part also to prevent them from doing so. So the police are doing as much as we can, and we continue to do so until we can get that police station in place in Santa Elena and staff it with police officers, giving them the resources to be able to patrol that area. And even when that is done, we're still going to make sure that we continue to look at the past investigations in terms of the murders. We look at the gang investigations, all again with a view to make sure we can interdict those persons who are involved in this back and forth shooting in the San Ignacio.
Meanwhile, the Minister of Home Affairs, Honorable Karim Musa, conceded to the media that using states of emergency may not be the best way to handle crime situations involving gang and gun violence. He said his ministry may seek to amend legislation to allow for a different mechanism, possibly even implementing a specialized court for such crimes.
I think there is high time for us to have a discussion, a consultation period even, because I don't think necessarily the state of emergency was designed for this type of gang intervention, so to speak. And so we could start having the discussion of amending legislation, of even amending the Constitution for a gang detention period, as opposed to utilizing the state of emergency, because like you rightly said, there are just a very small few handful of young men that insist on carrying out this type of criminal activity. They do not want to change. I know that a majority of them do want to change, but there is that handful that will continue to wreak havoc. And so we will continue to apply pressure, but I think in terms of amending legislation, that is one aspect we can look at, a different mechanism to put in place such as a gang detention period. Also, we're going to be looking at, over the course of the next 3 months, amending legislation for gang and gun violence. And so having possession of a firearm, as you know, could carry up to 5 years imprisonment. We're looking to increasing that penalty. Again, going through a consultation period with all the stakeholders, with magistrates, with judges, with the DPP's office, to see how we can improve the Firearms Act and increasing the penalty for illegal firearms, and perhaps even establishing a specialized court to deal with gang and gun violence. So a specific Supreme Court or High Court judge that will address specifically matters and issues arising out of gang and gun violence.
And after the break, police minister denies Compul's house being shot, indicates criminals are unafraid, and Joseph Camp being sought on warrant for cyber crime. Stay with us.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Design Depot is celebrating its 3-year anniversary. This May, get a chance to paint your entire home for free.
Free?
Free? Free? That's right. For 3 months, Design Depot is celebrating its 3-year anniversary with 3 lucky winners. Increase your chances to win with every $100 spent, all while enjoying exclusive store-wide specials and unbeatable deals on your favorite brands. Stay tuned to unlock June's extravagant prize. What are you waiting for? Shop now and join in on the celebration. You can be the next lucky winner. Some restrictions may apply. Design Depot, all in one place.
Where your prescription? What are the best place we go?
Freetown Drugstore.
Bam City. When the drugstore then close up the night and pan Sunday and holidays, which one open?
Freetown Drugstore.
Bam City. When you need somebody to talk to about your medication, who you are turn to?
Bam City. We have been serving the general public for more than 30 years with fast, professional, and efficient services. We will continue doing so with honesty, integrity, and consistency.
This is the loyal Freetown Drugstore crew, always happily serving the general public at 28 Freetown Road, Belize City. Telephone 223-2876.
Upcoming enhancements to My Social Security. The new healthcare provider feature seamlessly connects healthcare providers, insured persons, and employers to facilitate the payment of sickness benefits. Here are the enhancements. Registered healthcare providers will create and submit online medical certificates using their healthcare provider accounts. Insured persons will receive a link to view the medical certificate to complete and submit their sickness benefit claim. And employers will receive an email notification of their employee's sickness claim. Also, the insured person and their employer will receive a copy of the claim decision letter after review. Healthcare providers, insured persons, and employers are encouraged to create a portal account to access and benefit from these new services on My Social Security at ssbportal.org.bz. My Social Security online portal. Social Security at your fingertips.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribed areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
Fishermen who hail from Belize City and the north of the country began making their way back home today from the Keys, even though the lobster season had just started on Monday, July 1st. However, they are taking precautions ahead of the arrival of Hurricane Beryl into our region. One Belize City fisherman, however, told us he was going to go out this afternoon and return after midday tomorrow, as he had been unable to dive for lobster any at all because the area where he fishes was muddy. He told us no one wanted to sell him ice in Belize City, but he managed to find some still.
So you would come out from your fishing area, so now you going back out there. How long till you reach out there? How long the trip?
It takes us like 30 minutes.
And the work that you have to do out there to secure all your traps and whatnot, how long will that take?
Like 3 days.
But then suddenly you can't go out and come back before the system.
We do and take amount out of the water the most we can. We're gonna lose some, but we don't want to lose all.
So what time you want left from out there tomorrow if you come back the city?
In the afternoon.
All right.
So just get ice from the folks. I don't want to give up ice, but just get ice from a sailing boat. Help us with ice. So we're going out right now. We're going to dive till night comes, and early in the morning in the water till 12 and come back to Belize.
Other fishermen, they do the same thing as you are there. They take precautions and come in one time.
Well, some of them done the diving and stuff, but we're not diving not yet because we was fishing in.
You were fishing?
Yeah, for week era. Monday when the season opened, it was dark and the water was muddy, so we can't dive.
Damn.
A fisherman from the Martins area in Belize City says he came in because he respects Mother Nature, though the lobster season this year is beautiful in Turneff.
I take the weather seriously and listen to the news, and from there I move on. And the news was very serious when it comes to the information that you were giving you. So to be on the safe side, you try to move. You try to be a hero, because a hero, from my personal experience, sinking on the blue more than one time, I don't need that experience. So thank God I'm a champion when it comes to swimming, because I saved my own life. And I saved lives in the past, so I don't take chances when it comes to Mother Nature.
When did you go out there?
Well, I was out there from like 3 days ago.
All right, so now talk to us about what the catch has been like, and how do you take this disruption right now because of the weather system before us?
Well, the catch is beautiful, but like I said, Mother Nature is in our face, in all of our face, so we do have to respect it. I do respect it, but the catch is beautiful.
Are there some who, to use your words, are not respecting Mother Nature? They've decided that they are going to brave it out there or won't come in?
Well, those people, I would say they are heroes. And when a hero behave like that, they feel the wrath of God. I don't want to feel the wrath of God. I respect Mother Nature to the highest, because like I said, my previous experience, sinking more than one time on the blue. And I respect the forecast literally.
No, this is also going to be an unforeseen expense as well, because you're to come in, you probably may stay out there one next 7 more days.
Technically. But I don't care, because I respect Mother Nature. I don't worry about the spending, because God is good.
You got in here what time to Belize City?
About 1 o'clock.
No, have you delivered all your product already?
I haven't delivered it yet.
Oh, yeah.
My son is coming behind me with it.
Oh.
Because, like I say, I abandoned my camp. I bring all my house appliance. And he's coming behind me because so much thieves in my neighborhood. So he's doing the final haul because we feel like the Mother Nature was going to turn. Praise the Lord, it turned.
A fisherman from Sartaneja whom we spoke with is having a hard time as he says he's losing big because he had gone out to Turner from last Tuesday with his son to build a camp and was not finished when they got word of the bad weather coming.
Yeah, I said hard because I don't bring no product and nothing. I do, no product.
Come you out there from last Tuesday?
I gone because I know me got me camp and that I want build up. That's why I find one shelter for stay. I just carry one little bit of provision and my boat. But second the same moment, the weather they come, I have to come in empty.
So right now you there at last?
Yes, I just find home and that's it because I don't bring no product, I don't bring nothing.
So now what will happen when you get to Sartaneja in terms of having to ensure that you're board up to for the hurricane and prepare?
Well, miss, I tell you and I tell to everybody, the limit what we have to go find it and buy up some provision and see what's really happen. And finally I have to come out again and try one thing because I know work nothing. I just come enjoy like that, hand to hand. And I just wait for my family, make I go home and see what we can do.
Where your family there? You have more fishermen where they come in? Or?
Yeah, my son went me to stand up here and my grandson then.
And he made help you build the camp, then nobody never died yet?
No, nobody. And that's why we come in this morning and well, as you see, I just see how people they harass and people they up and down and thing because second the money, I hear money is finished and I don't know really what has happened. No, and I sad too because you coming hard, work in there, hurricane, they bring you up, you want to go see your family. It really happened because I can't wear the weather and hit the weird or not.
Yeah.
And if you don't got money, how you want to move?
So up that side, your house could withstand it or you need to go down shelter?
Well, I know really, well, my house, I know say guarantee 100%, but I think if you know hit correct, yeah. I can pass it home.
Okay.
With my family.
All right. You need like 100, how much are you in family?
And about 5-6 away.
6 hours, so I need at least $200, must more to be able to buy provisions for this 3-5 days when I have to pay in.
Yes, but I don't know if I want help and they're wrong or what.
You have to find it.
Yeah, I have to find it.
Chief Meteorologist Ronald Gordon shared that fishers would have until about midday tomorrow to be out of the waters.
We do not anticipate or expect to be receiving tropical storm related conditions until about late tomorrow night into Friday morning. And that, in my opinion, would give persons at least until midday to be on the safe side to seek safe harbor. Once conditions warrant it, we are going to, of course, be issuing a small craft warning. And typically for us, a small craft warning means that operators of small vessels should not venture out to sea and should seek and remain in safe harbor.
Returning to police news, Honorable Karim Musa, the Minister of Home Affairs, today denied there was a message sent by criminals on the night of June 25 when the Commissioner's Belmopan residence was shot at several times. Musa says he does not feel the criminals no longer fear the police, but that it was just a case of brazen individuals. He also praised the police's work of arriving at those believed to be involved.
No, absolutely not. What it speaks to, it's the brazenness within which these young men are now operating. And so there's actually no indictment on the police department when in fact the police department acted swiftly in detaining those responsible for that very heinous crime. And so it just speaks to a level of brazenness that we are now seeing in the young men. And again, I want to congratulate the police officers who acted very swiftly in detaining not just the young man, but there are other suspects as well being detained as we speak.
Roughly 60 people have been detained during the latest state of emergency implemented in parts of the Cayo district and Belize City. The recent SOE detainees were sought out because they had been linked to criminal activity. Minister in charge of police, Honorable Karim Musa, said the situation in Belize is different than in El Salvador.
It's not something that I would want to see in place. I don't think we have arrived there as a country as yet. We don't have the types of kidnapping, extortion of businesses, of individuals that took place in El Salvador. We do have a lot of gang violence where young men, unfortunately, are just killing one another senselessly. And so, yes, we can look at an extended period, but an indefinite lockdown of individuals, the way that Salvador has done it, I don't think that we are there yet.
Commissioner of Police Chester Williams told the media that those detained will undergo an intervention and they will receive an opportunity to change.
Well, a number of the persons are still hiding. Next week, we will commence intervention and mediation session at the Colby Foundation. That will be led by Mr. Noor Mohammed. The intention is for him to go in twice a week to meet with them in smaller groups and then see how we can eventually expand the groups. That will be done for the 3 months period of the SOE. Again, the objective is not to just have them locked up in prison, but also to see if we can find a way to help them to resolve whatever issues or conflicts that they may have. So we're hoping that it is going to bear good fruits. In terms of those persons who are still listed as wanted, the police are still pursuing them. Some of them may have left the country, some of them may be in hiding in other parts of the country, but we're hoping that the public is going to assist us in rooting them out from where they may be.
Back in April this year, 39-year-old U.S. national Joseph Camp was arrested and charged for spreading false information. Today, the Commissioner of Police, Chester Williams, revealed they have several other charges they expect to bring against him once they catch up to him. Camp recently posted on Facebook that the couple's son was involved in questionable behavior regarding the Commissioner's car dealership.
The police currently have, I think, about 4 arrest warrants for Joseph Camp. Not just for complaints by me. There was also a complaint made by my son. He posted a number of things about my son, which are not true. As a matter of fact, my son don't even live in Belize. My son lives in Taiwan where he's studying. And so for him to have said the things that he said about my son is totally outrageous. And there is also complaint against him from other members of the public. So I believe that he is emboldened to make these comments because he's not in Belize. And so he uses the place where he is to make those comments from there. I had also reported him to the U.S. Embassy, and I'm hoping that they will see what they can do to be able to help to address the issue where he is concerned. He cannot come to Belize and feel like he can do what he wanted Belizeans and get away with it, because his constant cry is that he's an American citizen, like to say that because he's an American citizen, he's above us Belizeans, which is not the case. I believe that Belizeans and Americans and any other national are important people, and we will not allow ourselves to be subject to a person diminishing our nationality. That cannot happen, no.
He made some really heavy allegations in there. Were you at all concerned by the allegations he made, alleging that your business activities are being monitored by greater international authorities?
I'm not concerned because I know it's not true.
After the break, Police Minister says adjustments need to be made as crime activity increases. Stay tuned.
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize!
Hey there, smart thinkers. We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speeds flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning-fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a Lone Ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered-up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
No, I can't leave this plan. I can't leave this plan.
Your personal online banking experience is about to get even better. Introducing the new Personal Atlantic Online. Reimagine and redesign. But that's not all. Something great is coming your way. Bank your way with any of our digital channels and save time for what matters most.
When you buy your prescription, what are the best place to go?
Freetown Drugstore.
Bam City.
When the drugstore then close up the night and pan Sunday and holidays, which one open?
Freetown Drugstore.
Bam City.
When you need somebody to talk to about your medication, who you are turn to?
Bam City.
We have been serving the general public for more than 30 years with fast, professional, and efficient services. We will continue doing so with honesty, integrity, and consistency.
This is the loyal Freetown Drugstore crew, always happily serving the general public at 28 Freetown Road, Belize City. Telephone 223-2876.
The hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? Get the essentials you need to stay safe this hurricane season, such as plywood, tarp and rope, first aid kit, rubber boots, raincoats and rain ponchos, generator, portable radio and batteries, flashlight and kerosene lanterns. Weather the storm with these products and more from Benny's. Quality and savings.
The Social Security Board, in collaboration with the Labor Department, takes this opportunity to remind insured persons of the requirements for compensation when on sick leave. Any employee who has worked with an employer for at least 2 months is entitled to 16 working days of sick leave with full pay every year. This is how it works. Upon approval of a sickness or injury benefit claim by SSB, 80% of the employee's weekly insurable earnings is paid as a Social Security benefit, and the difference in the employee's salary is paid by the employer. This is to ensure that the employee does not suffer any loss of wages when ill. After 16 days, compensation for sick leave is paid as a Social Security benefit only. Some conditions apply. This message is brought to you by the Social Security Board and the Labor Department. Social Security Board, safeguarding you, your family, your future.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribed areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
High-ranking police officers gathered today in Belmopan to discuss crime statistics at their quarterly Comstat meeting. Speaking with the media, Commissioner of Police Chester Williams addressed the higher crime figures when compared to 2023.
The numbers for this year so far at the end of the second quarter or mid-year is reflecting a 22% reduction in overall major crime. But of concern to me is the increase in murders. Murders are up by 13 when compared to the same period last year. Last year around this time we had 45, and this year at the end of the second quarter we have 58. That number is high, but still if we were to compare the number in terms of where we are this year to the previous years, excluding last year, we would be down, but we are measuring using last year as our measuring stick. And so commanders will be tasked to look at their respective crime fighting strategy to see what we can do to deal with the issues that affects the respective areas. From headquarters, we remain committed to see how we can assist with the specialized unit to go into respective areas and do surgical strike operations to target the criminal elements that operates within the respective regions across the country.
Williams said that the Belize and Cayo districts report higher crime figures than other parts of the country.
Eastern Division remains the epicenter of homicides, particularly due to the demographics with the gang elements that saturates the south side of Belize City. So they have the majority, and they're followed closely by the Cayo district. You would know that at the beginning of the year, rural Belize district had a number of murders. In that Ladyville and River Valley area, there were a number of murders there, I think 10. That's extremely high for the Ladyville area. So those numbers from the rural area in Ladyville took up the Eastern Division numbers as well. So again, Eastern Division followed by the Cayo district. I think Cayo district currently has a total of 14 murders so far this year. I think last year around this time they were, I think 4 or 6, but the number in Cayo is extremely high. And again, due to the fact that we had that spate of incidents in the Cayo area as well as Belmopan, we had a few murders in the rural Belmopan area. So those are what affected the numbers in the west.
Minister of Home Affairs, Honorable Karim Musa, said there must be adjustments following the latest figures.
It is an increase over last year, which we have mentioned numerous occasions was a record year, not dating back to 2005 did we have such good numbers in terms of the homicide rate. And so it is comparable to the 2 previous years of 2022 and 2021, but we are by no means satisfied with that. We want to continue having homicides trending downwards, like the other major crimes, robbery, theft, burglaries, those are all trending down, and we want to get the homicide rate under control the same way we did last year. If you could recall, we had several months go by, I think, towards the end of the year, August, September, October, in which you had maybe 1 or 2 murders. Those were very impressive numbers, and we want to actually get those numbers back on stream. We anticipate over the next 2-3 months, we should have a decrease in the number of murders. But at the same time, we are not letting up whatsoever. We are applying the pressure at all the pressure points and making sure that we have the most efficient police strategies being employed. And that is essentially the reason and purpose for strategic sessions like this, the ComStat that meets every quarter, for us not only to review the data that we have gathered, but to translate that into making the necessary adjustments.
Earlier this week, 53-year-old Arthur Williams, the brother of the Commissioner of Police, was detained for another offense of cyberbullying. Back from his working trip to New York, the Commissioner said there was an attempt at mediation, but he set that aside, given that he did not see any effort on the part of his brother to discontinue the behavior.
There was a situation, yes, where after the shooting at my house, my brother posted on social media that he was upset with the gunman because the gunman wasted the bullet and shot it in the ear. In other words, he was trying to suggest that the gunman should have either shot me or my son. He had been on court bail for the incident, and to have gone on social media and posted such comment is a violation of his bail condition. So based on that, he was picked up, and I believe that he's going to be arraigned before the courts today.
And so should his bail be revoked, and should he be sent to jail?
Well, I don't want to wish bad for him. After all, he is my mother's son. I cannot change that. I wish he would change the way he behaved, because I personally have not done anything to him. I've always tried my best to reach out to him. When he needed help, I was there for him. All of a sudden, he became this total different person. I don't know if there's maybe something psychologically wrong with him. Maybe the court should order there be a psychological evaluation on him. But something is definitely wrong. I was hoping to see if there could have been some mediation. If a matter of fact, the mayor of Dangriga, Mr. Mariano, who happens to be our relative, had called me once. So did Mr. Daniel who is a very good friend of both of us. They both had called me and said that they would like to have a sit down with me and my brother to see how this matter can be resolved. And I said to them, I have no issue. And my intention was that whenever the matter would have been called up before the courts again, I would have withdrawn the matter against him because he's my brother. Both gentlemen spoke to me, they spoke to him, and we were supposed to have that sit down. But the next day after they spoke to me and said to me what was his intention of trying to resolve the issue, he was on social media posting things again. So how can I sit down with somebody who is constantly saying things and do the contrary? So based on that, I decided, I'm not going to have no sit down again, just leave the matter to go through the court and take its course.
While discussing crime statistics with the media today, the Commissioner of Police spoke about reporting robberies, burglaries, and thefts as major crimes. Williams explained that all robberies and burglaries are recorded and reported. However, he said only thefts above $5,000 are recorded, and he explained why.
If your house is broken into,
yes,
and an item value $1 is stolen, it will be recorded.
Okay.
If you are
and
robbed,
it will be included in major crimes?
Yes.
Okay.
If you are robbed and you are robbed of an item that values 5 cents, it will be included in the major crime category. The only one that we have that cost attached to is the theft, because theft per se is not really a violent crime. Theft, basically, many of the thefts that we have are instances where people would have left their things carelessly, and then someone would just come and pick it up. So what was done under Mr. Wiley tenure, and you know of this, was that there was an adjustment where theft under 5,000 were not regarded as major crime, and only theft above 5,000 were recorded as major crime.
Because it's not a crime against person or property.
Yes, it is more a crime against property, not against person.
And the youths from Southside communities who are participating in the Breda Cliff Augustine's Film Photography Summer Camp are back for the third straight summer. Yaya Marin Coleman, UEF chairperson, and one of the organizers reiterated the 10-year commitment that has been made with these children and spoke of seeing them growing up and learning along the way. She also thanked sponsors who have assisted.
Not words to describe, because they really are my children. And so some of them get taller. A number of them mature, so they don't be as talkative, they're more observant. It's a joy to see young, gifted, and Black youths grow and develop. As I said earlier, they come from 5 inner city communities: Janasha Community, Yarborough, Farbers Road, Mayflower, and Bacca Martins. Exceptional community support. We could not have done this without the Augustine's family support. Brother Cliff Augustine, who was a Belizean American who worked with troubled youths in the United States, very focused on education. His wife is Sister Elma Whitaker Augustine, who was a member of UBAD, and their family come up with the seed money every year. And then we have 1 or 2 individuals who often donate, and we appreciate everything. We have Sister Kim Neal from Kim Gravango from Mahogany Street. We make sure we get with snacks every day. We have taxi drivers like Dean and Charles who bring with children. This year, Menelik is not here because he got a job with Vibe magazine. Menelik now a hustler, so he had to take the opportunity. But Kenneth Grant from Night and Day Production and Sharon Hope, who's a filmmaker, are our volunteers this year. Black in Marine Science is a big partner again. Next week, we'll pray in a rain. We got a Placencia. We'll be in Placencia for 5 days, 4 nights this week, which is more than we did last year. This year, we're meeting face-to-face for 5 days instead of 3 days.
Zodia Norales, the camp curator, explained that the youths will be learning about portrait photography.
For this year, we are focusing on portrait in communities, and the kids and I myself are going to focus on the portraits of people, basically the upper half of people's bodies instead of the full body. So basically, we could probably tell a story during taking that photo.
So is it the first time that they're doing this? What's been the feedback from them so far?
The first time doing this, it's quite new for the children, for they haven't done half body pictures before, but they always done, like capture the moment of people or buildings. So this is quite new for them.
And the feedback?
The feedback, they feel quite ready, they feel quite prepared, and they feel confident that they're going to take good pictures this year for the portraits.
The campers are excited and shared what they have learned so far this summer.
Portrait was different. You have to take picture of the community around us, and you have to make the portrait look fine. Like your half of your body to go up, and when you go up, you have to make it be your perfect angle for the sides have to be straight angle, and then the sides have to be straight angle.
And you learn to take photos that way?
Yes, sir.
Right, okay, thank you.
Well, I have learned how to take portrait pictures. They are half body or just the person's face. It can be focused on just a subject, and there's the background that's not supposed to be focused. But I have learned certain things, and we have also been talking about how this year we're going to be sharing the money, and we're not going to be doing it as a competition. So we're supposed to be helping each other through this year.
It's been great because I learned that how should you take the pictures. Like, you have to leave it in a straight angle, not make it bend sideways, or don't cause the picture come up bad.
We learned about that we're taking community pictures today and for the whole of the summer camp, and that's going to be sold.
My experience has been an amazing experience, and I am forever thankful for Miss Yaya and all the participants of the camp. We were able to take pictures with agriculture, nature, animals, people, and an array of topics the past 2 years, but this year we are specifically focused on portrait pictures and pictures of our communities.
Anything you're looking forward to in Placencia?
I'm looking forward to learning about swimming and just spending time with the people in this camp and having a fun time.
I have learned that different types of picture, how you take the picture, and it is portrait on a half body, and the different that how you need sides. You need the sides even and not too much light, that bright.
In the coming weeks, an art exhibit hosted at the Imagination Factory will showcase the artwork of the children, which will be available for purchase. And with that, we have come to the end of our newscast. A repeat can be viewed on this station later tonight at 9 and again tomorrow at midday. Join us again tomorrow for another news broadcast. I am Marisol Amaya. Have a safe and enjoyable evening.